Good evening, Iowa City! What's going on? You're chilling with That 70s Guy on KRUI Radio at 80... What's going on? You're chilling with That 70s Guy on KRUI Radio at 89.7 FM. Now, just last week, I watched the documentary Endless Summer, which came out in June of 1966. The ideal time for surfing is in the summer, when both the air and water temperature are at comfortable levels, but unfortunately winter comes around every year as well and ruins the fun. So, two surfers decided to travel the world following the summer season for an aptly named Endless Summer. Nice, the documentary is fantastic, and the style being so different from anything I've seen before. What really caught my attention, though, was the soundtrack. Recorded by the band The Sandals, I feel it is the perfect encapsulation of surf rock. I've been listening to this soundtrack non-stop since, I won't lie, and I'm on a big surf rock kick. So that's the theme for today, starting off with the theme from Endless Summer by The Sandals. That was Decoy by The Sandals. Now, for a proper introduction to surf rock, our next song is widely regarded as the first surf rock instrumental, titled Let's Go Trippin' by Dick Dale and the Deltones. On the same album is also a instrumental guitar cover of a sung Jewish folk song you might know, Nagila Hava. It goes, Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava. I don't know, I just thought that was funny, but here's Let's Go Trippin'. That was Hava Nagila by Dick Dale. Now, next up is a song from the Challengers on their 1963 album, Surf Beat. Possibly the most popular surf rock album of its time, Surf Beat consists primarily of covers of other major surf tunes until that point, including songs like Surfin' Safari and Let's Go Trippin', as well as two songs from the Challengers' previous band, the Bel Airs. Their success even landed them a TV show called Surf's Up that ran surfing highlight footage between 1965 and 1966. Here is the title track, Surf Beat. That was Spudnik Surf Riders by The Ventures, and you're listening to That 70s Guy on KRUI Radio at 89.7 FM. Next is another iconic surf tune, Pipeline, coined by the Shantays in 1962. This was their first and only hit single. The song was originally titled after a John Wayne film, but was renamed after the band members saw a surfing movie showing scenes of the Banzai Pipeline in Hawaii, also referred to as simply Pipeline. It is known for huge waves that break in shallow water just above a sharp and cavernous reef, forming large, hollow, thick curls of water that surfers can tube ride, basically obscuring themselves inside the wave as they ride it. Here is Pipeline. That was Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs. My next song is Wipeout by the Surfaris. The beginning of the song imitates the snapping of a surfboard and the subsequent hollering of some dude watching on dry land. Never realized that. Here it is. And that was Pipeline, covered by Johnny Thunders. Now, for the most part, surf rock is relegated to instrumentals, and it wasn't until the Beach Boys entered the scene that vocals saw more use. Their first song came in 1961, simply titled Surfin'. From there, the Beach Boys continued to associate with surf rock. Next came Surfin' Safari, which garnered a lot of attention, and then Surfin' USA. The song features Brian Wilson's surfing-related lyrics set to the music and basic lyrical structure of Chuck Berry's Sweet Little 16. Here's a quote from Wilson about the song's conception. "I was going with a girl named Judy Bowles, and her brother Jimmy was a surfer. he knew all the surfing spots. I started humming the melody to Sweet Little 16, and I got fascinated with the fact of doing it, and I thought to myself, God, what about trying to put surf lyrics to Sweet Little 16's melody? The concept was about, they are doing this in this city, and they're doing that in that city. So I said to Jimmy, hey Jimmy, I want to do a song mentioning all the surf spots. So he gave me a list. Under pressure from Barry's publisher, though, the Wilsons' father and manager, Murray Wilson, gave the copyright, including Brian Wilson's lyrics, to Arc Music, Chuck Berry's producer, prior to the release of the single. Now, Surfin' USA still was a smash hit, and is definitely my favorite song in the entire surf rock genre. That's all I have for today. Check out my new YouTube channel for all of my previous radio shows. Just look up Carson Chittick on YouTube. This has been That 70s Guy, and you are listening to KRUI Radio at 89.7 FM. Spread love and peace out.